Hi, my name's David. Today we're going to do number 2363, merge similar items on LeetCode, and we're going to be solving this in JavaScript. We have a function here that wants us to merge similar items, and it takes two items, items 1 and items 2, and each of these parameters is an 2D array. And inside the 2D array, the first index in the subarray indicates the value, and then the second index indicates the weight. So here we have a value of 1 and a weight of 1, and so forth. And then it wants us to return, and we have two items of this, and it wants us to return the sum of the weights for this. So in this example, we have a 1 and a 1 here. So we have a 1 being returned with the sum of the weight. So 1 plus 5 equals 6. And now we go on to 4. So the second item doesn't have a 4, so we just return 4 and 5. And then 3, the second one has a weight of 1, the first one has a weight of 8. So we sum that up and we get 3, 9. And we have to put it in ascending order from the values. So it'd be 1, 3, and 4. So for the second example, we have a 1 here and then a 1 here. And then we add the sums to be 4. 3 here, 3 here, the sum is 4. 2 here, 2 here, the sum is also 4. So that is what we return. And lastly, in this one, 1, this one has 1, so we have a 7, 3 plus 4 is 7, and then we look for 2. 2, this is 4. This one doesn't have any more, but items 2 still does, has a 7 and 1, so that gets added to the output. So it looks like we have to keep track of this one, the first index, and add the second one. And so what we can do is that we can create a map, and we can first step create integer map. And what we can do is that we can add the key, the first index being the key and the second one being the value into it, and we'll loop through this to add it. So we can loop through items 1, and then we add first index as key, second index as value. So then once we have that, and we can see that each value here, the first index is unique. So then we have a map here, and then we keep going, and then loop through items 2. So now an additional step is we have to check if it's in there. So if map has first index, we add the weight to the value. So for example, we look at this one, we add to the map already, and then when we see 1 again, we just add 5 to the current value. If it doesn't, else add first index as key, second index as value. So now we have our output in the map, but we need it as a 2D array and sorted. So we can sort the keys of the map, and I'll show you how to do that in code, and then create an array from the map, and that is what will be returned. So first thing, let's create this map. So const integer map equals new map. Now we loop through items 1. So for let I equals 0, I is less than items 1 dot length, I plus plus, and now we want to add it to the map. So integer map dot set, and the first one will be the key. So items 1, index of I, index of 0, and then the second parameter is the value. So we do the same thing, but index of 1. So the console log, what we have so far, great. So we see here 1, 1, 4, 5, 3, 8. So we have a map 1, 1, 4, 5, 3 to 8. Now we have to add this map again with the second item. So for let j equals 0, j is less than items 2 dot length, j plus plus. So we have to check if it's in there first. So if integer map dot has items 2 index of j first index, we want to set it. So integer map dot set the same item, and now we want to get what's currently there. So integer map dot get, and then we want to add it to the second index of items 2. Else, we just want to set it. So we want to do the same thing, but with items 2. And just to show you the console log again, we can hopefully see the difference. Great. So we see here, this is the original one with that one. And we see the second one, 1 gets added to the 6, 4 and 5, and 3 to 9. So it looks like that is what we want. So now we have to sort the keys and create an array from them. And we can actually just do this in one step. So here's what we can do, is that we can so now we have to sort the keys and create an array from them. So we can do this in one step or one line of code. So first we want the entries from this map. So let me show you. We can do integer map dot entries. And we can see here we're getting the entries of this map. And now we can create an array from this. Missed the parentheses. See, so now we have a 2D array from it. And now we can sort this from A and B by the first index. So A index of 0 minus B index of 0. And there we go. So now we can return this. Great. And we can delete the console logs and submit. Great, we got it. So the time and space complexity. So for the time complexity, we are looping through items 1 and then items 2. And also we're sorting the combined map we have. So it's going to sorting each of them. So it's going to be O of n log n because we're sorting plus m log m like that, I believe, where n is the length of item 1 and m is the length of items 2. And then the space complexity, we are creating a map and an array from these two inputs. So it's going to be O of n plus O of m, where n is the length of items 1, m is the length of items 2. So I guess this one should be like this. Great. So that's how you solve this problem. Thank you so much.